Hey guys, it's DC here, and today I want to talk about motivation. Motivation is one of those topics that seems to come up a lot, where people ask me how I stay motivated to keep making videos every single day, posting on different social medias to keep my ideas out there and basically keep the ball rolling with different social media platforms, but to also be able to do my job. For those of you who don't know me, my name is David Lee. I go by DC Cybersec on this channel. I have a history of working with different government agencies around the world in the cybersecurity space. Primarily what I do on this channel is talk about cybersecurity as well as staying motivated, the industry of cybersecurity itself, different certifications, how to get started, just a general overview of the cybersecurity industry. My passion for the industry is what keeps me going, and I'll expand on that a little bit later because I think that's a massive piece of the puzzle of staying motivated. Now, as you may have seen in one of my shorts from the other day, I actually think motivation itself is a load of shit. I think the way that I push myself forward and keep progressing with the various things that I'm doing is by having discipline. Now, I know some people who are very close to me who think that they are motivated, but they have absolutely no discipline. So when you ask them what they're doing or, what have you done? Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? They say, oh, I'm motivated to do it. I just haven't done it. I'm like, well, that's not really motivation then. That's just a massive lack of discipline. If you can't do the job, sit down every day and get shit done, you are not disciplined and you do not have the motivation to push yourself ahead. The world sucks. It really fucking sucks. And without discipline, you fall behind. I guarantee it. That is the most real sentence you will ever hear on this channel because I like to keep things pretty chill. For the rest of you who want to actually stay disciplined and motivated at the same time, progress forward, and actually get some shit done in your life, I highly suggest the use of a calendar. Calendars are a tool that have been around forever. They've basically perfected how they alert you or don't alert you if it's too much information, and are a great, simple tool that are completely free to keep yourself accountable and to keep pushing forward with the things that you want to achieve. An example of this is each week ahead of the week that I'm planning out, I plan out that week by each hour of what I'm going to be doing. Now, for some of you, that might sound excessive, but for me, if something is not in my calendar, I'll either forget it or it just doesn't get done. It's obviously not that important to me. Now, for me also, I'm in a relationship. My wife shares that calendar with me, and I think that is an important part of each relationship to build trust and an understanding of what is going on in each person's life. I don't expect her to add everything that she does into a calendar, but I do it for myself so that she knows what I'm doing. And if she gets asked to go out for lunch or dinner or something, or I get asked to go out to lunch or dinner or whatever it is, it goes into the calendar. Now, this is especially useful if you're working shift work or if, like me, you are working a contract job. I like to know exactly how many hours each day I'm putting into those contracts so that if there's any billing discrepancies, I can look back and say, well, actually, I did 8 hours or 12 hours on this particular day. I expect to be paid for those 8 or 12 hours. In the context of shift work, it's very useful to have in there because shifts often change and it's never really the same sort of day. So it is harder to track out and plan your time when you're, one week you're working night shifts, the next week you're working day shifts. I understand that is very difficult to actually plan and, get things going. Another really useful tip to staying disciplined and to then build motivation to keep going with your discipline is to have an accountability partner. Now, I don't mean like a partner like a wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, although they can be that person if you want them to, and if they want to. What I would suggest here is by using a friend or a mentor. A lot of people who have signed up for my CyberSec guidance one-on-one sessions have really appreciated that I write into my calendar when they should be achieving their goals. So when I do these one-on-one sessions, I usually plan out exactly what certifications, if any, that they should get, exactly what time frame they should be doing them by, and often I write into my calendar to follow up with that person to see how they've been going. Now, the point of this is that I tell them I'm going to follow up with them. And that triggers something in your brain that says, okay, well, this person's expecting me to have this done by this time. It's just like working for someone, but basically you're working for yourself and changing your own mindset to get shit done. So when I then follow up with this person, I say, hey, how'd you go with getting your, CCNA? They're like, actually, I'm happy to tell you, I've done it ahead of time. And I'm like, my man. I love to hear it. I love to hear that sort of stuff. On the flip side, some people are like, actually, I think I need a bit more time. I've had a few things come up in life and, things have gotten tough. And I'm like, that's cool. All good. Let's replan, reevaluate, and let's budget in time each day. Let's dig down a little bit deeper into where you're spending your time so that you can achieve the things that you said way back when we first had this session, what you wanted to achieve. By the way, if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, the link is in the description. It's the first link. Now back to having an accountability partner. Like I was saying, this sort of triggers something in your brain to actually get some stuff done and to tell that person that you have achieved it. Once you've achieved that thing and you tell that person, you feel really great that you were able to achieve it and you're able to flex basically and show off that you were able to do that task in the time frame that was allocated to that task. Before you know it, you've done this certification, you've done this study path, you've completed all of these things, and it's just because that one person kept asking you, hey, have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? Yes, it can sound very annoying, but honestly, accountability partners are super, super useful. I myself use accountability partners for going to the gym. I absolutely hate going to the gym. I hate it. But I know going to the gym is good for me and I have goals to, lose weight and build muscle mass and all the rest of the gym things. The problem for me is that I hate it so much. I don't really want to do it, but I know I should do it. So for this reason, I have an accountability partner to encourage me to go to the gym. I'm also mildly obsessed with myself, so there is that. And I want to look as good as possible for myself. So that does help. Absolutely. There's no denying it. My third tip for creating discipline and building on that discipline is to set achievable goals. Now, sometimes I'm guilty of this as well. I set myself these goals that are just so ridiculous that they're really hard to get to, like they're basically impossible. Now, I do that for a reason, and I usually have, when I set my goals each year or each month or each week, whatever it is that I'm micromanaging my life, I like to have one stupid goal, like something ridiculous in there that I think is actually unachievable, but hey, it'd be pretty cool if I got there. The reason for this is because I like to shoot for the stars and hopefully get halfway there. And by tricking yourself into going for that crazy goal, you actually end up pushing yourself way harder than you would have done before and achieving even more things than you would have done. However, it is very, very cool to set yourself some achievable goals so that you get those little dopamine hits of things that you've completed as like micro goals. I'm talking basic as fuck shit. An example of this is have lunch. Seriously, put have lunch into your calendar. Not only is it important to, eat and not starve to death, it's like a little goal that you've completed where you're like, hell yeah, I completed a goal, regardless of what it is. I had lunch. How good is that? Seriously, it sounds retarded. Just saying it sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever said, but it does absolutely help. And I always put lunch breaks into my calendar every single day. Another very achievable micro goal is something like go for a walk. Put in a half-hour block to go for a walk or do 20 push-ups. Like nothing super crazy, something that will literally take you like 5 to 10 minutes. Add it into your calendar. You could use the classic one like make your bed. But yeah, that's like a little bit too micro, I think. I would think like something that's actually a good goal that's going to benefit your life is a better goal to achieve as a micro goal than something like make the bed. You can also put really like opposite goals in, like don't eat breakfast and lunch, and just have like a blocked out period of your day where you're not eating. So you're literally doing nothing but achieving a goal. This is obviously for the people who want to practice intermittent fasting or something like that, but that's entirely up to you if you want to try and achieve an opposite goal like that. I often do that just literally for the dopamine hit. So just to recap on these 3 items that you can do to stay motivated and disciplined at the same time. 1, don't mistake discipline for motivation. 2, have an accountability partner. 3, create yourself a calendar to remind yourself to get shit done. 4, create yourself easy and achievable goals, as well as one goal that is absolutely ridiculous, but if you do achieve it, you've just kicked some ass. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe for more videos just like this. Comment below on what you do to achieve your goals. I'd love to hear everyone else's input because I'm not right about everything. I mean, everyone should tell me what you guys do. I'd love to hear it. And if you would like to book a one-on-one session with me, please head to cybersecguidance.com. It's the first link in the description, and let's have a chat and talk about your goals and how you're going to achieve them. Peace out. See you next time.